Hello again. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Jamie Friend Colors. I am Jamie. Today we are back to our mini series, Skin Tones, Fantasy Skin Tones. I think this is going to be our last video unless someone requests something specifically. Well, I think it's under here. My little schedule here. Yes, so I have this one down as the last one, and then I think we're going to start another mini series on gemstones, I think, and crystals. So we will see how that goes, if that's what I really decide to do. So far in this mini series, let's see, we did gold last week, and then we did red, green, and yellow. This is blue, orange, and purple. So we've done quite a few. So all of these ones that we've done so far have been from the Jasmine Beckett Griffiths Mermaid book. But I couldn't find one that I wanted to make look dead out of the mermaid book. And so I pulled this one from her fantasy book, which is her first book. And mine has been thoroughly pulled apart, but here is the cover for the one that this has come out of. So, and then she also has a Halloween book, but this one is actually from her fantasy book. So I picked her because, one, she's with this skeleton, and then two, because of the way the joints on her are, I think she's a doll. So I thought she would be a good one to kind of play with some grays and make look ghostly or just dead, kind of somewhere to give you a jumping off spot for your zombies, your ghosts, your vampires, whatever you're looking for. So let's zoom in. I'm using Prismacolor Premieres, as with all of the mini series Skin Tone Fantasy colors. Also, the pencils I use are in the description box down below and also printed on your screen right here. With the mini series, I do it in real time. I don't fast forward through anything, so you can see how long it takes and how much I'm blending and how much I'm spending on stuff. I'm still working very quickly though, so if it takes you longer or if you have to pause the video if you're following along, don't feel like you're not good or can't keep up. I mean, I've practiced these in my color chart, so, and we all go at different paces. So let me zoom in. Okay, here we are zoomed in. And we've got our colors pulled. I'm using the French Gray pencils from the Prismacolor Premiere. So we're going to start with, hang on. Maybe I did start with that color. I didn't think I did before. Okay, I did. Okay, so we're going to start with the 10% French Gray, and you're just going to put a single layer down. I'm holding the pencil way back. I'm not putting pressure on the pencil. I'm just laying it down, scribbling it on there lightly, no pressure, circular motions. This is just a base coat. Give us something to work on, work up from, something to blend into. Hope your week is going well. It's going pretty good. We're still in summer. I'm filming this. It's July, in the middle of July. I think you're seeing it in August though. So, but we're doing well. Curly's in the stairwell again. It's where he likes to be. So, if you hear him in the background. So this is 90% French gray. And we're going to put that in the shadow areas. Kind of in the hairline. Again, I'm not pressing hard. I'm light pressure. He's having fun. So. Alright, what do you guys like to do while you color? I'm someone who likes to do something else, like watch a show with my husband, or watch Netflix, or watch other YouTube videos. I watch a lot of makeup tutorials on YouTube, and I don't know why that is. I don't know, I think it's entertaining, I guess. I do like to do my makeup, but I'm not someone who has to be done all the time. I'll go out in public without it. But I have found that since I started coloring lots of people like this, like in my coloring books, that my own makeup has greatly improved. So, anyways, something to think about. Or not. Okay, so we're gonna go her nose. Well, let's take it, the crease of her eye here. Light pressure. I'm gonna take it down the crease of her nose, or crease of her eye, and into her nose. Her nose is very close to her eyes. Some of them have been very far away. But she has her nose fairly close, which sometimes when they're that close I have a hard time making it look not super wide. Well, let's see here. This is just the first step. Okay. And let's get right underneath her nose. Let's go right here on the edge of that one side as well. And then let's go right under her lip. I don't think I want to do the sides of her lip with this color, just right underneath. Okay. Then we're going to grab our next color, which is going to be 50% French Gray. And we're going to go over the 90% and then just blend out a little bit. Curly has his iPad. He has an iPad and he only has certain times of the day that he gets to use it. But it is coveted time. He loves that thing. I have all the parent codes and restrictions turned on it, so he can't get into anything that I don't want him to. He likes to watch Mickey Mouse on Disney Junior, and then Super Y on PBS Kids. He's very much a creature of habit, so I know what he's getting into. My other 7-year-old, if I just gave him, I think I'd be a little concerned what he's getting into all the time, but a little more concerned, but I do have all the parental restrictions and on there so that they can't. All right, let's go into the crease. I'm again, light pressure, circular motions, going over the 90 and then just kind of feathering it out. On that nose, you kind of want to feather it out in both directions. Let's go kind of down and around that nostril. Her head's kind of turned, it's not straight on. And so this side of her face is going to be more in shadow than this side. So let's take it around this side of her nose as well. And feather it out. Even from here. Let's kind of take it into those bottom eyelashes as well. I don't want to get in the waterline yet. I want to keep that fairly light. This part of your eye right here is your waterline. That's that piece of skin that your eyelashes connect to. Kind of go around her bottom lip, but in there. And blend that out a little bit. Okay, then let's go down her neck. Okay, then we have some grayed lavender just to kind of give her some color into her skin. So I'm just going to take this over what we've already colored, the 90 and the 70, or 90 and 50, whatever it was, and just kind of lightly go over what we've gone, feathering out the slightest bit, just giving her a little bit of some color. We can always come back and add more later if you want more color, more warmth to her skin. Just depends on what you want. This would also be a good time to add like green if you want more of a zombie. Just adding a little bit of color into that gray. Blue if you want it cooler. Okay, then we're going to take our 30%. Whoa, something must be happening in our stairwell. Just going right over what we've already colored and feathering it out some more. Putting it right over the top of that lavender. Gonna go around her lips, under her nose, right into that. Again, not adding any pressure yet, still keeping it very light. Just adding more color. Okay, make sure you get up in that hairline. Down on her chest there, her neck. Okay, then this is where you'd go in and darken anything you want to darken. So I'm going to grab that 90% again. Go in there. Crease of her eye there. I just want it a little bit darker. And then down on her neck should be, I think, goes darker. Okay. Alright, then let's grab the 30%. Kind of blend that out a little bit. Just kind of helps blend it out. Now I'm going to take this 30 and I'm going to go onto her eyelid, because I like her eyelid a little bit lighter. And her crease, and then I'm going to pull this right into the waterline. If you need to sharpen your pencil, do that, but this doesn't need to be hard pressure yet. Okay. Alright, then let's go with our 10% and we'll blend it out. I am going to sharpen my pencil this time. Okay, then we're going to take this 10% and we're going to blend it out. This time I'm going to add some pressure. So go over everything you've colored and then pull it out into your lighter areas, kind of lightening the pressure on your pencil as you get in those lighter areas. See that? You can rotate your pencil when you need to, so that you have a nice point when you're blending. You want that nice point to get into the fibers of the paper and really burnish that paper down. That'll give you that nice, smooth, rich color. Lightening my pressure when I get to the center of the nose. Okay, so they are kind of blended. I've blended this side of her face and not this side yet. Do you see the difference between the smoothness addition there? Okay, so let's do this side of her face now. here. Okay, I think that blends out her face pretty well. Okay, let's come down and blend out her neck. Okay, I feel like I could blend a little bit more around this. Lighten my pressure up on my pencil, but put a little more color in there. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do her mouth. So put in this 10%. I think I want to keep her lips fairly light, so let's go in with just the 50% onto the edges. Corners there, and then we're going to take it up kind of underneath the bottom lip, or underneath the top lip, sorry. Okay, and then let's grab a little bit of the grade lavender, pop in there, a little color. Okay, then take the 10%, kind of buff it out. Okay, all right, and then we have then we have black that we can go in and darken anything we want to. So if you feel like one side of her face, this shadow part needs to be a little darker, you can use the black to do that. Over here in the shadows. But just lightly, don't burnish it in. Just use it very light touch to it. Underneath her neck, or on her neck, underneath her head. Okay. And then you can take that 30% again and blend it out a little bit. Make sure it doesn't look too stark. Okay, so now you have a very beautiful gray girl there. Now we can do a couple of things with our girls. One thing is that they have these big eyelashes. And because our Prismacolors are opaque, which I love about them, sometimes we can lose the intensity in the eyelash, or it gets like pencil on it. It doesn't look quite as dark as it did when you started. So you can just take a black Posca paint pen and you can put that darkness back in there. See that? You'll get, I got it on my finger, but because my Posca paint pen is new and fairly juicy, but I can just put it on there and kind of tap it with my finger, blend it out, and get in a little bit where maybe we have some pencil covering up that eyelash. And just bring that dark intensity back. Okay. We also can take a white Posca paint pen and we can put a highlight on her lip or highlight in the eye. I use for this. So if you put that in there, give a little highlight, maybe on the end of her nose she has a highlight. Okay. You can use those and do that. So there we go. There is our French gray girl. Like I said, you could add more purple to her if you want it a little more. You could put blue in there instead of purple. You could put green in there instead of purple to give it a little more zombie likeness. So this is just a good jumping off spot. So I think that's going to conclude our fantasy skin tone. Of course, unless we have you want another one, then just leave it in the comments down below. If I get enough of them, maybe we'll do another mini series, or I'll just add them in randomly. So yes, I hope you have a good day, that you find time to relax and color, enjoy yourself, de-stress, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!